and welcome to another Build a Terminator. We've hit parts 95 and 96, and I'm getting excited already because I can see, I think, is the main part of the knee, and also we're starting the toes, I believe. Let's get started. Indeed we are. We've hit the middle of the knee, so that's the bit that creates the joint, the moving part. And this, I think, had this on the other leg. See all those bits separated there? Well, they're kind of already in there, and that was actually already in there as well. So it's going to say, put this in there, and I'm thinking, well, okay, let me take it out of there first and then put it in there. So that's going to be a bit ridiculous. Very first step. Look at that. There's your little piece. So take that out again and put it in again. Okay, maybe it's not quite that cut and dried because I have to put it into this piece, which is obviously not that piece. So got to glue around this piece, not in there, and then obviously match the 4 pegs and stick it into there. So that's what creates the moving part. It's lucky I know where everything is, isn't it? This piece came with 86. Can you believe that? And that has to go simply on the other side of this. That one was actually a lot more difficult because it's sunken in, as you can see. That's right on the edge. That side isn't. So you have to hope that you lined the pins up, because if you didn't, well, they'd probably stick to the edges and you wouldn't be able to sink the pins in because you can't see them anyway. You can't access them from the other side. So you'd be stuffed. I think they've gone in. Fingers crossed, that looks right. Okay, now you have to take this part and fix this into place here with one of these nice big screws there. And in the magazine, it clearly has it that way round. Now my question is, why would you ever want it that way round and not that way round? Because this side is flawless. I mean, do you want to see a Terminator with some plastic seams on? That doesn't look good. So obviously I'm going to go against the magazine and put it this way round, because when you're ever going to see this piece again, it's flush against the plastic. Now, does that not look better than having a plastic seam exposed? I think so. Well, I hope it does, because I've just shredded the screw, so I'm never going to get that out again. I'm a bit confused here. For the life of me, I can't remember how this works. But what you need to do is you need to screw this piece onto this piece. And you may think that you can do that any way around you like. But they've made it really good and nice and easy, because see that tab there? That fits into there. So it will only secure itself the one way. As you can see, that tab stops it from sinking in until you've got the tab lined up like so. And then it will go in. So you need to screw those in with the slightly smaller but no less thick screws from this pack. Those smaller silver ones. Well, they're all silver. The smaller ones. Alright, here comes another moment of truth. You have to fit this piece. It will be up this way. They say to turn the Terminator over, but as you know, I don't really want to turn this beast over again. So you have to put this in the middle, in between there, and then you need to slot this tendon into the last remaining socket. So that will be that bit there, obviously. You know, you've seen that was free from the last video, so it can only go into one place. And I don't want you to do it without a washer on the end, which I find a bit strange, but maybe all will become clear in a minute. There we go. A little bit tricky at first, but just have to work out the right angle to put it in. And I don't think it even really needs a rubber washer in there, because it's not really doing much, that one. You can see the knee joint working nicely there, but of course it's still loose, and that is rectified with these two parts, which are going either side. This one is going on the inside, the circular one, and this one is going on the outside, because if you look at the other side, well, there's only one way that's going to go in. Okay, they've even provided a notch for the inside, so you can't possibly go wrong. As you can just see there, there's the notch there that you have to match this up to. Another brilliant design job. I should point out, this is only screwed in one side, which is the inside, with one of these, which is not a crosshead screw, it's the Allen screw. So I've got to go and find my little Terminator Allen key and get that screwed in. Okay, now I get it. As you can see, it's a little, I don't know if you can see the pin from there, but there is a little pin on the end of here, if I can ever raise this up. Oh, you can just see the pin there. There you go. This bit is not so flush as the other side, which is a bit strange. I know this other leg moves extremely well. Okay, we're back to the foot, and you'll need it that way up, and then you need this piece, which looks very metallic but is plastic in fact, and you can see there's one flat side there, and that matches up to the flat side in the foot. So once again, you cannot go wrong. So that gets screwed into there. You need to turn it over and do that with one of these very thick but smaller screws, and you also need a washer, one lonely washer there in a bag, and for some reason they want you to put a washer onto this screw. I think it's because this is the main fixing area for the leg. That's very solid in place, and it was really easy to screw in as well, and really comfortable. I wish it was all like that, but anyway, it's only because those were balls that were so uncomfortable, and that's not a ball because it's got the top missing. Last thing of all, you have to take this piece, another piece of plastic, and they're showing it with the flat end facing that way towards the heel, and these cutouts on the side. So that's the way I'm going to do it. And it says push it on and you should hear it click into place. Well, I didn't hear it go click, but looking at the other side, it's about the same distance away from the bottom of the foot. I'm going to guess that is correct. That takes me to the end of 95. Here we are at 96, and we're finishing the knee. I think we're finishing the knee, and we're starting the foot finally, except we haven't done this bit yet of the leg. Oh, this bit. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? We're not starting this bit yet, strangely. We're going straight from the knee to the foot. That makes so much sense. Okay, well, I want to start the knee right away, but that's not going to happen. Instead, we're starting the first toe, and you have to make sure that they're all up the right way. It says all the numbers need to be facing upwards, so the number there, and a number there, as opposed to the smooth side. So now, after being so careful, I have to then turn them over again and go at them from the other side. You have to start with this piece and stick them together like so, and then you have to put what they call a grub screw, which is the weirdest name ever, but it's the weirdest looking thing. It looks like a normal screw except the head's missing. So you have to put that into there, into the bottom one, and then tighten it up with the Allen key, the one and only Terminator Allen key. I remember this being a weird and quite laborious process, but it all makes sense in the end. This is very loose in there. That little grub screw's coming right through, so I don't mean for these things to rhyme, it just happens. So that's the first one. Oh yes, I remember this now. It goes sleeve pin, and I've already trashed the first one. There's a good start, because I cannot find rubberized pliers. So you can see these have got grooves on them. So that didn't help much. I really should look up some rubberized, nice, smooth ones. It's in there. It looks like the metal's cracked, but it's not cracked. It's just that it's got a few scratches in because of the other side of the pliers, of course. Squeezing the life out of it to get it together. Okay, and then we take this piece, also metal, which I've just realised is the actual toe itself, because Terminator's got little dinky toes, and then you want another sleeve through there and another pin. And there we go. This was a lot easier than that, so maybe I will look up some pliers for these, because that was not pleasant. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best. These were easy. I could just do that with my fingers. So, and you've noticed no one out there has made any mods for the toes, and that's because they work really well. It's a great design. And I guess as well, I mean, feet aren't going to be holding anything, so you're not really going to be moving these around that much. And now, it's the bit I was looking forward to. Alright, the first part is I need to stick these two parts together, because this part goes on the inside of there. So, 2 little pillars and 2 little studs, as I call them. You glue those together. You need to put the glue on the inside. Okay, look, I've even zoomed for you here. You need to put some glue on that little tab there, glue there on the edge of the pins, and then you just match it up. You see the little slit there? You can just about see it. It looks lighter in real life than it actually looks on the camera, which is odd. Anyway, there's the slot, and there's the 2 holes that you need to match this piece up to, the little wings at the edge. You're gluing it and then just slotting it in place, like so. Whoa, okay, slightly worrying part there, because the other side just would not go down, but eventually it clicked, really big click. That bit clicked into place, that bit clicked into place, and it looks like it was like that all the time, and I love details like that. And I'm proud to say I did not put too much glue on any of the pins. And that brings me to the end of 95 and 96. That's the knee pretty much complete now. I need to loosen it a bit so it can turn a bit more, I think. Even though that bit's still not flush, which is worrying me slightly. I guess it should be okay. I mean, there's no more detailing on the outside or the inside of the knee. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.